No, recording started. Hello, guys. Uh, I'm Prachi Shah. I'll be taking care of your strategic management. As you all are aware, that in 2022 we have been introduced with a new syllabus. Initially, SM was for 30 marks, its weightage was for 30 marks. Now, as per the new syllabus, your SM will hold 40 marks. Now, under this 40 marks, we have 4 chapters. Okay, so roughly I can say 10% weightage of each chapter. Now under each chapter, like if I talk about introduction of strategy and strategic management, you have some 4 to 5 topics, and under each topics you have small subtopics. Okay, so this is basically your syllabus, and this is how we'll be taking care of it. Now if I talk about SM, uh, strategic management, first let me tell you something about myself. Now I have been working in this field, or I should say I've been teaching this subject for past 7 years now. I work as a trainer for CA, CS and CMA, all your three professional fields. I take care of SM everywhere. I also work with CS foundation, that is your first level, CA foundation as well. So I take a couple of law subjects there as well. By profession, I am a practicing company secretary. I have done my CS. Along with it, I have also done my LLM. So this subject, through and through, I have studied everywhere. Okay, and no problem, this is something which is very simple. Now so far in our college days, or I should say in our graduation days, we have come across this word called as management. Okay, now this strategy is something which we talk about in our day to day life, and you people think no, okay, management hai matlab planning, controlling, directing और वही सब है. No, so this is nothing related to that. This is something related to strategic management, means managing your strategies. So this subject is completely new, and I assume you have not heard or learned anything about this in your thing so far. Now when I talk about this word called as strategy, uh, day in day out we come across this word strategy. This was my strategy, this is how I have finished this thing, or I have studied this, all that. This is day in day out we talk about this. But have you ever thought okay, what this thing is exactly, or how this will help you in your business or something? We never think about that. So whenever in my past classes or something I have spoken to students, and what do you interpret with this word called as strategy, the common answer which I got was, ma'am, it is a plan, it is a plan, it is a plan. So if I say that plan is a strategy only, then what is the difference between plan and strategy? So the main answer, or the main thing I should say, see, when you plan, you survive any competition. But when you make a strategy, you win that competition. So strategy is something which no one has done, or it is a kind of a plan which no one has thought of in earlier times or in past times. So probably if I say, if you want to outperform, or if you want to throw your competitors out of the competition, what all things you will do is basically a strategy. Now if I talk this way, I guess you guys will be still like, nahi, what is this, ma'am, what are you talking about? So first let me explain this whole concept of strategy. Once you are clear with this word strategy, that's when we go ahead. Okay, so to understand this, first I'll just give you a small video, a clip of Reliance Jio 4G. I hope you guys are all aware about what is 4G, what happened that time. I'll do the whole case study of Reliance 4G, and after that I will give you what exactly strategy is, and you guys will be able to analyze what exactly I'm trying to talk about. Okay, so just let's see what is this thing what I was talking about. First just see this thing. Okay, so we just saw one commercial of Reliance Jio. Now, if I ask you one thing, okay, what exactly was the story of Reliance? I'll just 4G. I'll just give you a brief case study of them. Now, basically, if you know Mukesh Ambani, when before this internet era came into being, or before the smartphones came into being, uh, Reliance was the only company who came up with the concept of night calls free, or 11 to 11 you can make free calls. Okay, so this was also introduction of Mukesh Ambani only. So if I tell, Mukesh Ambani is a person who was, is, and has the biggest skida when it comes to telecom sector. So the knowledge he has or he holds in telecom sector, I feel nobody can beat him there. Now what happened in 4G? Okay, now, if you guys were aware, 2005 was the year when Dhirubhai Ambani passed away, and the separation of Reliance Industry had taken place there. Okay, so what happened is, when the separation of Reliance Industries happened, the telecom sector was given to Anil Ambani. Okay, and Mukesh Ambani was a person who had that thing in his head, okay, by telecom, telecom, telecom. Okay, now what happened is, when this thing came under Anil Ambani, Mukesh Ambani always had a vision or to do something in telecom sector. So in the year 2010, what happened is, Mukesh Ambani understood that data, that is internet, is going to be the new superpower. Okay, that time the thing was what, you know, like you would get a 3G, 2 GB data per month for 250 rupees, 300 rupees, and only 2 GB data. Okay, so whenever you get free Wi-Fi, people would go to download thing and this and that. So he understood that when people, all the existing companies, that is Idea, Vodafone, Airtel, they were doing price war price war on voice calls. Okay, so people were, or they were searching the room or to profit margin in the call area. Nobody was focusing on internet. So that's when Mukesh Ambani understood that the new oxygen, okay, would be data. So what he did was, he started working on that. Okay, by okay, I will have to do that. So to work or to come up with Jio, his first idea was in 2010. He went to Supreme Court, and when the separation of Reliance Industries happened, okay, it was there in the separation clause that there will be no competition between both the brothers. That means whatever business Anil Ambani is doing, Mukesh Ambani will in any situation won't be able to enter into that particular business. Okay, so he went to the Supreme Court to scrape out that particular clause, saying that we are into a democratic country and everybody is free to do whatever business they wish to. So the order came in his favor, and he was okay. Supreme Court gave an order that yes, you can also enter into telecom sector. So what he did there was, initially he acquired a company called as Infotel, okay, and he renamed it as Jio. Okay, then he started working as, or started installing fiber optical networks, which would give a speed of 40 terabytes. Okay, or starting from Bay of Bengal till the entire India. Okay, he started putting all those fiber optical networks to come up with 4G. Now what was the biggest idea of this was, see, he was completely working on this particular new 4G technology only. Okay, now in the year 2016, he launched this whole Jio plan. Now what was the basic strategy that he used was that existing company Idea, Vodafone, Airtel, they all were struggling to make calls. Okay, so for that calls, they had to use one particular technology which was chargeable. And this man, Mukesh Ambani, what he did, he started using internet to make calls, and he had already set up that fiber optical networks. So uska calling was completely free. Okay, now his focus was on giving 4G data, and how he launched 1 GB data per day, that too for free for 6 months. How he circulated or how he penetrated into the market, he gave per user on one Aadhaar card, you will get 8 SIM cards. Okay, initially it took 48 hours to 24 hours for activation, and with some new technology it was only getting activated in 15 minutes. Okay, so fast he penetrated into the market, whereas the existing company, that is your Idea, Airtel, Vodafone, they were still struggling to work on 3G. This man came directly with 4G, and that too for free. Okay, so just imagine, with too much of loss he entered. He had invested 2.5 lakh crores in this particular project. Okay, and this is how he penetrated into the market. Now, people whose handsets, that is the mobile phones, which were not supporting 4G also, this man, because of this SIM card for free ID, for free internet, people switched their handsets also, which were 4G supportive. Now, what was the biggest game he played here was, see, existing service providers, that is Airtel, Idea, Vodafone, they were, what happened is, they had paid enough of money to launch 3G to the government for the approvals, for all the technological research, everything. Okay, so they had a huge exit barrier. Now they have invested so much to bring 3G that to come out from there was a big task. Again, next what he did was, 4G was completely something new that was happening in India. For that you need fiber opticals, too much of research and a huge investment. So this way he created a entry barrier also. So now what happened to Idea, Vodafone? 3G mein se they cannot come out also, and 4G mein they cannot enter also. So he created such a situation in the market that new players were not able to come out also and were not able to enter also. Now what happened is, by the time these people were proficient with 4G technology, he would do something else also. Okay, so he was so clear कि भाई 2.5 lakh crore डाल रहा हूँ, but with what vision he had put. Okay, now just imagine India being a country, approx you assume that there is a population of somewhere around 130 crore is the population of India, assume. Okay, out of this 130 crore, approx assume 105 crore users are using mobile phone. Okay, with this 4G coming into being, now he is giving 8 Aadhaar cards on one, 8 SIM cards on one Aadhaar card. Imagine 50 crore people are using this Reliance ka Jio. Okay, because free internet, free data, सब कुछ free है. So imagine, out of this 50 crore people, if this man earns average 200 rupees per month, 6 months he gave you free. After that he'll start making taking charge. Okay, he started giving you this for 600 rupees for 3 months. Okay, so samjho 200 rupiya per month he is earning. So 50 crore into 200 if you do, that comes somewhere around 10,000 crore, and into 12 if you do, 120 crore, and in 2 years whatever he has invested, he will recover. Okay, and after that, whatever apart from variable cost, he will not have any cost. So whatever they earn would be his profit. And by the time Idea, Vodafone try ke chakkar mein, they'll go here to try that he's trying to create monopoly, he's doing this, that. So by the time they finish all this, Reliance Jio had penetrated the market completely. So this was his strategy to enter into the market. Now guys, with this case study, if I ask you, do you feel Mukesh Ambani has used some strategy? Now see, Idea, Vodafone, Airtel, Uninor, that time was Uninor, then this Docomo, Telenor, all the service providers were there. Okay, they were doing pretty well. But this person came and he won the competition. He won the race. So how do you win that race? It is because of the strategy. Strategy basically is something, or maybe it's something wherein you think out of the box. You do something which people have not done earlier. Understood? So basically, to win or to be above your competitors, all the actions, all the decisions that you take, or all the thinking, all the processing that you do is basically your strategy. Have I made myself clear? Are you getting what I'm trying to tell? So basically, all the actions that you do, all the decisions that you take, or all the thinking, all the analysis that you do or take, so that you are above your competitors, is basically your strategy. So if I want to sum up, I can say, so basically I can say, just a second, strategy. Now, so can I say it is a set of plan. Please keep Reliance Jio 4G into your head. So basically, if I say, can I say in the year 2010, Mukesh Ambani had thought of launching Jio and and in the year 2016 he launched, okay, to achieve a long term objective. Okay, can I say in the year 2010 to 2016, this 6 years is a long time. Okay, so it is a set of plan to achieve long term objective under the conditions of uncertainty. What is uncertainty? That is the environment in which a company operates. Okay, so basically, can I say in the year 2010, Mukesh Ambani had planned of launching Jio, okay, and he launched it in the year 2016. Now, in this span of 6 years, can I say too many changes would have come? It would be like say in 2010 I would have planned ke bhai, till 2013 all my fiber optical network setup has to be done. In 2011 mera sara approvals aa jana, like from TRAI or whatever authority were concerned. So all this were planned, but things will not fall as you thought of. Now what if before Mukesh Ambani coming up with 4G in 2016, Idea or Vodafone would have done or something like that in 2015, agar Idea ne 4G launch kar liya hota, तो his whole setup or his whole plan would be a waste. So any company, okay, when they come up with any strategy, they have to operate in the condition of uncertainty, in an environment of uncertainty, which keeps on changing. Your external environment or your internal, say for example, my whole planning was done by my senior most manager of the organization. What if he passes away or he collapses or वो मर गया in this 6 years time? So what will I do in that situation? Understood? So your environment keeps on changing constantly. So these are your uncertainties which will be there, because you plan something today and you are executing it gradually, and the final outcome will come after a long term. So strategies are always long term and they operate always in uncertain and changing environment. Understood? So it is a set of plan to achieve long term objective under the conditions of uncertainty in such a way that there is maximum allocation of available scarce resources. Now what do you mean by in such a way that there is maximum allocation of available scarce resources? Now if I give you example of Reliance, Reliance is into telecommunication, Reliance is into petroleum, Reliance is into all your marts and all also, so retail sector. So Reliance is into multiple sector. Now Reliance will always have a common pool of resources. Just may say they will give something to here, something to here, something to this particular segment. So when I say maximum allocation of scarce resources, it means that from this common pool of money or resources that I have, the best utilization of that has to be done. So strategy is something what it is concerned with, that whatever resources you have got, it is money, manpower or whatever you have got, you make the maximum utilization of that available scarce resources. Now very important thing, taking into consideration the behavior of customers and competitors. So what do you mean by this? So strategies are always formed taking into consideration two very important aspect. One is customers and what second is competitors. How? First, customer means what customers want. Okay, I repeat, what customers want and what competitors are giving. So this gap, to fill this gap, we make strategy. And when you fill this gap, you are above or beyond your competitors. So here if I take 4G ka example, people wanted free internet, free calls, cheaper services, and competitors were not giving any of this. So what Jio did, they bridged this gap. What customer wants and what competitors are giving. So when Reliance Jio filled this gap, they were above all the competitors in the market. So if I sum up, strategy is a long-term plan which will take into consideration all your resources, maximum utilization of resources. It will operate in an uncertain environment, an environment which is constantly changing. So a strategy will always be that, because whenever any problem arises, तो मुकेश अंबानी will not sit कि भाई हाँ ठीक है चलेगा छोड़ दो, I don't want to come up with 4G. He will always work hard or try harder to come out of that issue. And a strategy is always formed taking into consideration what a customer wants and what the competitors are giving. Okay, so basically strategy is a set of plan. Please repeat after me. Strategy is a set of plan to achieve a long-term objective under the conditions of uncertainty. Okay, uncertainty ke liye please write it in the bracket, changing environment, in such a way that there is maximum allocation of available scarce resources, taking into consideration the behavior of consumers and competitors. Is this very clear to everybody? So this is basically your strategy. Have I made myself very clear to everybody? Do you guys understand this completely, what I'm trying to tell you, and what is the basic idea of strategy and why? So basically we feel, no, okay ma'am, what is the need, why any organization will form a strategy? Because strategy mein you need too much of analysis, too much of understanding, too much of investment. You and me cannot form a strategy. You need experts who will analyze everything completely, and that's when a strategy will be formed. Then why do you think organization comes up with this, and why will any organization form a strategy? So basically the idea is that you will tell, no, everyone is doing business, to kya zarurat hai? So the basic idea is, see, when your parents, grandparents, when they were doing this business, whatever they achieved in say 15-20 months, 15-20 years, okay, but by using strategy you will achieve the same result in probably a year's time. If you guys have ever observed, or have you ever watched this show called as Shark Tank India? So you see how people are coming up with different ideas, and how they're penetrating the market with something which people have never done earlier. So it is a plan. They come up with the plan, a vision, okay, wherein they are operative in some uncertain environment. Sometimes strategies fail also. So aisa nahi hai ki bhai whatever you have thought, whatever analysis you have done will give you 100% result. It might fail also, but when you try to do something innovative, when you try to do something new, that's when, like, and see, if you are an existing player in the market, that's when also you have to frame strategies to survive the competition, to outthrow your competitors, to have a better market share in the competition. So basically anything that you do to win, to survive, is basically your strategy. Have I made myself clear? Please do watch this show Shark Tank India. You will see when you see the analysis which is done by the judges or the mentors sitting over there, you will understand the basic thing what I'm trying to tell you कि base strategy होता क्या है. Clear? Well, I hope the logic and the idea of strategy is clear so far. Okay, so we'll just revive the meaning of strategy again. Strategy is a set of plan to achieve long-term objectives of the organization under the conditions of uncertainty in such a way that there is maximum allocation of available scarce resources, taking into consideration the behavior of consumers and competitors. Clear? Please come to your notes, guys. Okay, so this is just the introduction portion, which I don't think so we need to study. How come Tesla's come? 1 minute, please. I'm so sorry. Yeah. 391. Where is 392? Okay, so here we are basically, we start from here. Please mark down from here. A strategy is from here. A strategy, third line, a strategy from here, a strategy of an organization provides the basic framework through a strategy of an organization provides the basic framework through which organization will achieve its mission and objective. The sole objective of strategy is to provide competitive advantage. Please mark this word competitive advantage. Write down what do you mean by competitive advantage. Competitive advantage means when competitive advantage means the situation when an organization's when the organization's profit is higher than industry's average profit. Now, what do you mean by industry? First, understand what is the difference between a company and an industry. Company is a organization or a setup which is solely one particular thing. Okay, so if I say Geo, so Geo is one company. But when I say industry, the group of companies who are fighting for same set of consumers. Okay, so if I say Geo, Idea, Vodafone, Airtel, then this whole is telecom industry. And when I say Geo, or when I say Idea, or when I say Vodafone, then they are all individual companies. Okay, so when I say when any companies or when any firms profit is higher than industry's average profit, means whatever Idea, Vodafone, Airtel is making, if Jio's profit is higher than that, then it is called as Jio has attained competitive advantage. Means you are in a better position compared to your competitors. Understood? So competitive advantage is a situation wherein an organization's profit is higher than industry's average profit. It is a situation when you outperform your competitors. Clear? So this particular situation would be called as this, and in this particular situation we can say that the company has attained competitive advantage. So basically strategies are formed to achieve competitive advantage. Then what they say, strategies, please mark, this is the definition. Strategy may be defined as the direction, scope of an organization over long term which achieves advantage for the organization through the configuration of resources within changing environment and to fulfill stakeholders' expectations. So what I had given in a simple language, they have complicated this a bit. So what they say, that it is something which is long term, okay, and you have to make sure that all your resources are utilized completely within the changing environment. As I told you that it will be uncertain, you will be operating in an unchanging environment, and here you have to fulfill the expectations of your stakeholders. Stakeholders means your consumers, your competitors, your banks, your insurance people, everybody. Okay, so this is basically your strategy. Now see, there are some characteristics of strategy. Strategy is like to be likely to be long term. As I told you, strategic decisions are normally about trying to achieve some advantage for the organization over competition. As I told you, strategies are formed to make or have competitive advantage. Then strategic decisions are concerned within the scope of organization activities. Okay, strategies can be seen as matching the resources, stretching the resources, and may require changes of resources. So as I told you, if I club all the 3 points, it will be maximum allocation of whatever resources you have. So it can either be using the resources, stretching the resources, and third would be changing the resources. Okay, whatever changes, like if my manpower are not suitable to my strategy, I might change them. If I require more money, I can get that money from maybe loans or whatever. So when I make changes in my resources, it will be also part of my strategy. So three important thing for resources: you have to match whatever your strategy is matching the resources. Sometimes you are overusing your resources, that is called as stretching of resources, and you might make the change. So maximum allocation of your resources, these are the 3 points out of that. And third then it comes is strategic decisions affect your operational decisions as well. Why is this like this? 1 minute. Then the strategy of an organization is not only affected by the environmental forces and resources availability, but also by the values and expectations of those who have power in and around the organization. So always your strategy will be reflection of whatever is the mindset and thought process of your top levels of the organization. Okay, so basically when you read all this, you interpret or you understand that strategies are always complex. Okay, they operate in uncertain environment. It is an integrated, means everyone has to be a part of it, and manage change relations and network. Strategic decisions will very often involve change in the organization. As I told you, change is the part of your strategy. Clearly understood the concept of strategy, guys, what I'm trying to tell you and what it was. So yeah, it's just the starting, a briefing, but you have to understand what is strategy. Now once we finish or we understand strategy, one very important concept that we have to study is about types of strategy. Okay, so let's start with types of strategy. Now, when I talk about types of strategy, first I will have to make you understand the concept called as SBU. So when your organization is one SBU, okay, what do you mean by SBU? First I'll tell you then. That's when the levels of organization comes into picture, and that's when each level will frame their strategy, and that's how the types or the different types of strategy came into picture. So first uske liye let me give you one very nice example. We'll start with one company which we all know and which is my personal favorite, Tata. Okay, who is the owner of Tata, or who is the MD? Ratan Tata. Ratan Tata. Okay, now we all know about this. Now if I talk about Tata Group, guys, please tell me the products of Tata Group. If I start, it will be steel, automobiles, Tata Car, Nano and all. It is into salt, tea, so food. Okay, Tata Coffee also. Yeah, so whatever it is. Then TCS, Tata is into hotels, that is your Taj Group. Okay, hotels, Taj. This is Tata Ka. Then if I talk about more, Tata is into your retails, that is your Chroma. It is into gold. Gold में Tanishq, and if you go to heavy then it is Zoya. Okay, so बहुत सारे products में Tata Group है. Okay, now just listen to this very carefully. Now Ratan Tata, this man, one day he came to me and he started crying. Prachi, I have so huge business. I have so many products. I individual cannot take care of all my products. कि भाई steel भी है, automobile भी है, food also. In this IT sector also, I'm into hotels also. I'm into retails also. What all do I look after? I'm so stressed. I cannot do everything on my own. So me being a CS, I advised him that sir, do one thing, hire one person for each of your segment. So what he did, he hired A1 for steel, he hired A2 for automobiles, A3 for food sector, A4 for TCS, that is his IT sector, A5 for this, and A6 for this person. Okay. Now, one day what happened? This A1, he came to me and he started crying that it is such vast. Steel itself is one office they have in Ahmedabad, one in Bombay, one in Delhi, one in Bangalore. How do I look after the whole steel thing? So again, me being the CS, I advised him, do one thing. Under steel, what all functions you have, no, hire one person for each function. So he was happy with this, and what he did, he hired one manager for each function. So A1 ke under, he hired one production manager for products. Okay, he hired one HR manager for all the thing. Okay, then he hired one marketing person, one legal person. He hired all these managers. Okay, and there were employees in each of this, and there were a set of employees in each of this department. Okay, so under them again employees. Now with this setup, if you observe this setup, can I say three layers came into picture over here? If you observe this carefully, this being the top layer called as the corporate level. These people who are taking care, okay, A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, these people who are looking after individual businesses. So A1 looking after steel, A2 looking after automobile, A3 looking after this, they formed the business level because they are the business heads. Okay, and this people, that is your production manager, HR manager, they are looking after individual function. So this people formed the functional level. Now, as I told you, with this I will explain you what is SBU. SBUs means strategic business unit. What do you mean by strategic business unit? Strategic business unit means when you observe all these products carefully, that is steel, automobile, salt, TCS, hotels, do you feel, is there any relation between steel and car? Forget about this. Do you feel is there any relation between car and salt? Do you feel any relation between salt and IT sector, or do you see any relation between hotel and IT? No. So when you observe these products, all products are highly unrelated to each other. Means this steel has no connection with automobile. It is completely a different thing, and automobile is completely a different thing. So when your products are so diversified, an individual person will not have expertise of all the areas. So what they do in such situation, an organization becomes SBU. Okay, so here this whole thing, that is steel, becomes one independent unit, though under Tata Group. Okay, so steel will have separate balance sheet, separate board of directors, separate profit, separate strategy, separate consumers, separate competitors. Steel will have absolutely no connection with automobiles. Now Tata ki Nano, Tata ki cars, okay, they all will form one SBU. Okay, so here ऑटोमोबाइल के जो भी है बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स, कंज्यूमर्स, कॉम्पिटिटर्स, कैन आई से स्टील एंड ऑटोमोबाइल के कंज्यूमर्स, कॉम्पिटिटर्स विल बी completely different. Okay, so when you have different market segment, when you are not anyway not related with your existing products of the company, then in that case your organization becomes SBU. So if I talk about Reliance, so Reliance is into telecom, it is into petrol, it is into digital area. So jab ye is not related to this, then your organization is said to be one SBU. Means all the products, individual products which are different, okay, will form one separate SBU. And when your organization is SBU, that's when your three levels of organization will come into picture. That is corporate level, business level and functional level. Corporate level means all this steel, automobile, TCS, everything falls under Tata Group. So the Tata का जो भी owner होगा और head होगा और the board people, they will be part of corporate level. Then the business head or divisional head will make your business level, and the individual functions. Okay, so again automobile will have separate set of production manager, HR, everything. Again coffee, steel will have separate production manager, HR manager, etc. So under each business you will have one functional level. So this is how three levels of organization are formed. Okay, now if you observe this carefully, okay, if I say this people, corporate level, what do you think? What would be their role or what would be their strategy? So when I say sitting at the top, how much resource to give to each product would be the decision of top level. So say for example, if Tata's hotel business is not doing great, so what they will do, and if I believe that the TCS is doing superb, it is making huge money, so what will Ratan Tata do? Whatever money or whatever resources they have, they will pull resource from Tata and they will give it to hotel. So that hotel will also shoot up. Understood? Uska promotion karne ke liye they will give one room on another room free or 50% off on room booking. So all this promotions, all this advertisements ke liye, whatever expenses they will need, what they will do, they will cut down the resource allocation on TCS and hand it over to hotels. So this decision means how much resource to allocate to each business will be the decision of your corporate level. Second, which product to continue and which product to discontinue. Say for example, if the retail, that is your Chroma, your West Side, your Zudio, if they are not working well, okay, and if Ratan Tata feels that in spite of all my efforts, this particular business are not giving me the results which I am hoping for, then to cancel or to shut down this business would be the decision of Ratan Tata. Okay, to merge, or if they feel कि भाई say for example to bring Starbucks to India, they did merger with the Starbucks, that okay, India का जो भी Starbucks outlet है would be under Tata Group. So to do merger, to do amalgamation, to do liquidation of any existing company would be decision of corporate level. Tatas are now into airline industry. They have this Air Asia, Vistara, and now they have taken over or Air India also. Okay, so now they'll be working for Air India also. So to enter into new business or to come up with a new SBU would also be the decision of your top level. So which product to continue, what to do with each product, whether to invest more or in them or to remove the investment or to continue, discontinue or to launch a new product, all these decisions will be by the top corporate level of the organization. Clear? Apart from that, when I say I am an investor, suppose, okay, and I want to invest, say for example, 5 lakh rupees in Tata Group. Now, do I know who is the business head of steel or maybe automobile or salt? No, I don't know anything about that. I invest in Tata Group looking at the face of Ratan Tata. Are you getting my point? So any investor will invest in any company looking at the top level of the organization or the corporate level of the organization. So it is the duty of the corporate level. I repeat, it is the duty of the corporate level to take care of shareholders' fund. So when a shareholder has invested into your organization, looking at you, it is you who have to make sure that you maximize the wealth of your stakeholder. Understood? So when I talk about strategies of corporate level, it would be stability. Means say for example, steel is doing superb in its business. Okay. So to maintain this position of steel it is the duty of or the call of Ratan Tata. Okay, how much resource I will give to steel, okay, wherever it is, it remains there only. Okay, so that is called as stability. Then retrenchment. Retrenchment means whichever company is not doing good, so do I have to liquidate it? Do I have to revive it? Do I have to do merger amalgamation of that company? All that will be the decision of top level. And third decision would be expansion and growth. So if they see TCS is doing superb, tremendously fabulous, so what they will do? They will do the expansion of that particular thing. They will do into, so they will set up or start selling softwares outside India also. It will do the expansion of that particular thing. Okay, apart from that, which business to enter into, what new product to come, all this would be the decisions of your corporate level. Logically, did you understand what I'm trying to tell you? Okay, now there were people who told me that, ma'am, when an organization is not an SBU, okay, which three levels come into picture? So the answer is the ones which you have studied in your college or in your schools. So when then an organization is not an SBU structure, okay, matlab products, like for example Haldiram, okay, it has multiple products but all the products are on the same line, namkeen, bhujia, save, your chawana, all eatable products, so they all are under one group only. Then Haldiram is not an SBU because the products are related to each other, whereas in SBU the products will always be unrelated. And when your organization is not an SBU, you will have three levels, which is top level, middle level and bottom level. एक ही होता है centralized authority and everything is under them only. But when I say SBU, Tata Group है, but वो businesses are separate from each other. Understood? So highly unrelated businesses, that's when SBU comes into picture. Now, I hope everyone is clear with corporate level. Next is business level. So what do you understand by the term business level? Business level means these people are head of individual businesses for which they have been appointed. So A1 will exclusively take care of steel industry only. So when I say corporate wala, तो he will look after everything. He is like the grandfather of the house, जो सब पे नजर लग रहा है. But when I say steel is like your father. Suppose in your family you have 4 kids, okay, 3 uncles and your father. तो जो father की family वो separate है ना, that is your business thing, okay. And grandfather जिनके सारे बच्चे हैं is your corporate level. तो कौन से फैमिली को कितना पैसा देना है, who will go where, how the works will happen in the house, this is the take a decision of this. But what is to be done with your family, that your father will decide, and it is a business level. Understood? So here steel में क्या करना है, what is to be done, how much money to invest, how the steel will work, how it will operate, will be the whole and sole decision of A1. So business level means individual business for which they have been appointed, means how you want to mix your product, how much promotions you want to offer, which all markets you want to explore, what customers you want to target, how will you fight with your competitor, how will you make sure that your business is profitable, okay, all these decisions will be yours. Clear? And last is functional level. Now this is very important level of any organization because these people are the real operative segment of organization, okay. So basically they are the one who puts your strategy into action. So whatever you have thought of or whatever you have decided, okay, but that is whatever decisions are taken by the top level of the organization, how do you put it into action, okay, how you will implement those strategy will be the task of your functional level, okay. So basically if I say your production will decide, okay, how you want to produce, how much you want to produce, what quality of product you want to maintain, so that will be decided by the production manager. Financial manager, the how do you calculate the net worth of the company. So tomorrow if I am planning to do a merger, okay, top level is planning to do a merger of the organization, so where exactly you stand, what will be the net worth of your organization, all this will be taken care by the financial. So whatever implementation part, so this people are the real working level of organization. So how to implement a strategy would be the task of this people. Now apart from that, these people are the real information provider. What do you mean by information provider? Say for example your Tata car Voltas AC, okay? If that particular AC is not working properly, then in that case you will not call Ratan Tata and say bhai hamara AC kaam nahi chal raha hai, Ratan ji you please come and see what is the problem with my AC. You will rather call to the customer service department of Tata. So these people are in touch with the end users of the product, okay? So these people, that is your functional level, are in touch with end users of the product. That's why they provide feedback from the customers. So what happens is orders go this way and feedbacks go this way. So this, when I say functional level, they are the real working level of any organization. Clear? So these are the three levels. I hope you understood what is SBU. You understood how three levels come into picture because of SBU, and what are the individual strategies or the roles and responsibilities played by all the three levels. Okay. Now see, they have told, this is not coming in my thing, it will come in your thing, whatever it is, just see, it is concerned, corporate level, it is concerned with the overall purpose and scope of an organization and how value will be added to different business parts, units, product lines of the organization. Corporate strategy typically fit within three main categories, as I told you: stability, growth and retrenchment. Stability means to maintain the product, retrenchment means to stop, or I should say dissolve the product when your particular product is not doing well. And when I say growth, means you are expanding, you are doing mergers, you are doing amalgamation, you are entering into new area, you are launching new product, you are diversifying yourself completely. So under these three strategies, these three strategies are played by the corporate level of any organization. Then business strategies, it is about how to compete successful in particular market. Why particular market? Because you are looking after only one business, and how this business will operate in that particular market will be your call. It emphasizes improvement of competitive position, organization's product or service in the specified industry or market segment of the business unit. And last is functional strategy or operational strategy. It is concerned with how the component part of an organization delivers effectively the corporate and business strategy in terms of resources, process and people. It is concerned with developing and nurturing competence to provide a business unit with the competitive advantage. It may be mentioned, okay, that the organization uses all three types of strategies simultaneously. That we all know. Corporate will do their work, business apna kaam kar raha hai, and functional people will be doing their own work. Clear? So the term hierarchy of strategy is commonly used to explain the nesting of one strategy within another, so that they complement and support one another. It also refers to the grouping of strategy by level in the organizational. Functional strategies support business strategy, which in turn supports corporate strategy. So none of them can survive without other. So corporates won't be able to function properly without business people, and business people won't be able to function properly without the last, that is your functional people. So everybody works hand in hand simultaneously. Clear with the levels of the organization, types of strategies? Yes guys. So basically you have, when your organization is an SBU structure, that's when three levels of organization come into picture. That is your corporate level, business level and functional level. And once these three levels are formed, each one will play their own role. So that's how corporate strategies, business level strategy and functional level strategies. Is this topic very clear? So far we have covered what is strategy, and we have seen the characteristics of strategies, and we have also seen the levels of organization, what is SBU, and how there are three types of strategy depending upon the levels of the organization. Is this very clear? Yes? Chalo. Now we start with very important thing which is repeatedly asked in the exam and which is newly involved in your syllabus, because few of the topics were there in your old syllabus also. whatever we are studying so far, but this is something which is newly introduced into your syllabus, that is called as blue ocean strategy and red ocean strategy. Before that, I just give you a minute's time, just go through whatever we have done so that nothing goes out of your head. Now okay, 2 minutes I'll just hold. You just see what all is there in strategy and what is there in your corporate level strategy, business strategy and functional strategy. एक बार देख लो. That's when we start with blue ocean and red ocean. Okay, chalo. Blue ocean, red ocean. So when I talk about this blue ocean, red ocean, blue. Let me start with one example. If I say fuel car and electric car, that is your Tesla. Now when I say fuel car, means all your cars, okay, Tata, Toyota, Ford, Kia, then Honda, Hyundai, all this falls under this fuel car. And this, okay, electric car, when I talk about, there is nobody, no competitors. So when I talk about red ocean market, red ocean strategy and blue ocean, so blue ocean is something which is completely uncontested, okay, completely new area. Nobody has ever entered into that segment earlier. So when any company comes up with an unexplored area, or when a company comes up with something which no one has ever done earlier, then it will be a blue ocean. Okay, so if I say when Reliance came up with 4G, it was a blue ocean, and all your existing service providers, that is your Idea, Vodafone, or your Uninor, they were playing the red ocean strategy. Red ocean means you are already into a competition, you are already into a market, your market segment is defined, your market share is defined, your set of competitors, your set of consumers, everything is defined, okay, and there you are trying to outperform the competitor, or trying to get the competitive advantage through maybe some promotions, through discounts or whatever. So you were doing the survival strategy over there, and it is called as a red ocean strategy. Means you know the market, competitors are known, pricing of the products are set, you cannot do anything new there. That is called as red ocean. And when an organization comes up with something which was never there earlier, okay, or when an organization or when a company or anyone develops something or enters into completely unexplored segment, then it is called as blue ocean. Okay, तो कार automobile industry में है, Tesla motors were there, but when this Tesla motor came up with electronic car, They did something which no other company, fuel card, did, and it is called as blue ocean strategy. So when I talk about blue ocean, it is of course uncontested market. Uncontested means completely new segment or new area of market. It is something where competitors are irrelevant because I am the only one. No one has ever done this earlier. तो वहाँ पे I don't have to think about competitors. मेरा ही product है, मैं ही ला रही हूँ. 4G is my product only. No one has ever thought about it. It is my product only. Competitors are irrelevant here. Now here I decide the price base because I am the first one to launch it. Okay, so here what happens is I am the one who is getting something new, so I decide what will be the pricing of the product. Now with my new product, what all values are added to the customers, I will price my product accordingly. So agar 4G say if people are more satisfied with free calls, this that, so people will be readily paying to me. Okay, I am giving 1 GB data per day, so why will not people give me money? So what price I want to sell the product will be my decision. So it satisfies the same needs of the company but in a better way. Okay, so when I say fuel car, whatever it is, transportation ka work only they were doing, so electric car will also satisfy the same needs of the people or the customer but in a better way. It will be no pollution, chargeable, okay, so it will be cost efficient. So that ways this electric cars will be highly beneficial to the people who are using. So the needs of the people will be satisfied but in a better way. Then it is called as a blue ocean strategy. New market, no competitors, prices are up to you, wherein you are satisfying the needs of the customers, same needs of the customer into a better way. So internet need jo customers ki thi, this people are satisfying, Jio people were satisfying it in a better way with the faster speed, lesser cost. Then such type of things are called as blue ocean strategy. And when I talk about red ocean is something wherein competitors are known, you are doing the same thing and you are trying to outperform your competitors by being in the market itself. So everything is known, prices are determined, fixed, your market segment is fixed. Okay, you are working for the same set of consumers, you are trying to outperform the competition being into the existing market, then it is called as red ocean. Now what happens is, ideally whenever a company uses blue ocean strategy, eventually they become red ocean. So today if people have, Jio people launched 4G, later stage Idea, Vodafone, Airtel, they also started launching 4G, then gradually Jio enters into red ocean because here now today in today's date Jio has competition. Okay, this market is not unexplored. Okay, so gradually the competitors hai, market hai, prices are settled. So whenever a new product or a new thing comes into picture, it is blue ocean. And gradually when competitors also start entering this blue ocean, today only Tesla is making electronic cars, tomorrow if some other company also starts making electronic car, then Tesla will also shift from blue to red. Logically clear what is blue ocean strategy and what is red ocean. Blue ocean means when an organization or company comes up with a product which is completely new. Okay, when they enter into a market which is completely unexplored. Okay, when they come up with something uncontested area, new product, okay, never done earlier type of things, then it will be called as blue ocean strategy. And when competitors are known, products are common, like if you talk about your mobile phone industry, then it is a red ocean market. Sab log similar doing. Okay, so when this Samsung people, they got fold, means when you can fold your phone, you flap it like this, all this thing they brought, it becomes a blue ocean product. Okay, so they have used a blue ocean strategy. Being in the existing market, when you satisfy the needs of the customers in a better way, which no one has ever done earlier, and it is called as blue ocean strategy. Logically, did you understand the difference between blue ocean and red ocean? Please write down few differences or few comparative analysis for both of them. It's there in the book. We'll read the module. Guys, whatever I teach, it will be from your institute's material only. That is your CMA people ne, jo bhi ICAI has, your CSK, CMA people, whatever material they have given, that is from the institute, I will teach from there only, because I do not want a single room of problem. Like you have your MCQs, you have your fill in the blanks, you have your true and false. So all these objectives come from the one liners of your textbook only. So I make sure that while we are doing a, whenever we are preparing for the class or from the exam, each and every line of the book is read. That's why whatever it is, irrespective of whatever it is, we will do everything from the module itself. Okay, supporting notes and all I am giving while we are doing. So मैं पढ़ाते पढ़ाते I'll make you how to write, how we do that, all I will give you in the classes itself. But still the border or the base of our whole thing is your institute's material only. With once I finish all the explanation portion, we'll make sure we read each and every topic, because I don't want anything to be left out from the thing. Clear? So here we start with red ocean and blue ocean. So first we were talking about red ocean. This one, they tries to outperform their rivals to grab a greater market share. And when I talk about blue ocean, यहाँ पे the market is completely new. So here you are into some uncontested area. Okay, so your product is completely new product. So owing to this reason, there are competition becomes irrelevant. Competition is irrelevant. Clear? Second, if I talk about, you can go ahead only by pulling down your competitors. Here competitors are irrelevant. Okay, here then next is head to head battle. That's why it's called as red ocean. मतलब यहाँ पे bloodbath जैसे, people head to head competition, we will do this, and whereas blue is very serene, calm, because we are the new one. हमको कोई लेना देना नहीं है, we are not considering the competition, prices हम determine करेंगे. Okay, so here you have to remember this very important thing: satisfies the same needs of the customers but in a better way. Say for example your iPhone is a blue ocean. Why? Because all other automobile companies are using Android as their OS, whereas iPhone is using your Apple ka OS. Okay, so here it is something iPhone would be this. Why? Because their operating system is highly secured, it cannot be this thing very easily. Okay, तो कोई hack नहीं कर सकता, it is very secured. So this is what they are giving, which no other Android users have ever given. So this becomes a blue ocean. So they are satisfying the same need, mobile phone का ही need satisfy कर रहे हैं, but in a better way. So blue ocean का मतलब, red ocean का मतलब this it is. Okay, so this people no highly profit, they decide the prices also. Why? Because there are no existing players here. So you can give example of, as I told you, fuel car, and here you can give example of your electric car. You can give example of iPhone. Okay, Walkman, iPod. So this is basically the key logic of red ocean and blue ocean strategy. So if we talk about here, see, red ocean represents all industries that are currently in existence and are known, and the market space is known. In the red ocean, industry boundaries are defined and accepted, and the competitive rules of the games are known. So everyone knows what is happening and what each of them are doing. Here companies try to outperform their rivals to grab a greater share of product or service demand. As market space gets crowded, prospects for profit are reduced. Products become commodities or niche and in the cutthroat market. In red ocean market, a red ocean strategy, there is a concentrated market and will be highly competitive because too much cutthroat, ऐसे bloodbath जैसा competition होता है. That's why it's called as red ocean market. The concept of blue ocean, how to create uncontested market space and make competition irrelevant in this. According to them, blue ocean denotes all the industry which are currently not existence and remains unexplored, unknown, unattained by the competition. In blue ocean, demand, underline please, demand is created rather than fought over. Means we are struggling for completely something new. So you are trying to create the demand and we are not fighting for the demand. In red ocean, you have to fight for your place, for your thing. In blue ocean, nothing like that. Okay. So blue ocean is focused more on new trends and demands of the consumers in creating a new market based on it. Blue oceans are a more unoccupied market and not much known. Blue ocean market is mostly concentrated on providing value and is created based. In blue ocean, a new product or service is created which is not available in the market and which would solve a problem that is already there in the market. Okay, so pollution ka problem hai. So this thing will be cured by electronic cars. Clear? So here they have given a analysis. Compete in existing market, uncontested market means unexplored market. Watch the competition means you are swimming out that competition, means you are trying to survive. Here make the competition irrelevant because you are the only one in the market. Okay, exploits the existing demand, यहाँ पे you are creating a new demand. Then make the value cost trade off, यहाँ पे break the value cost trade off means what we are doing, whatever value we are giving to the consumers, मतलब मेरा product use करके whatever satisfaction you are getting, I am charging for that. Here you are breaking that trend. And align the whole system of a firm's activity with its strategic choices of differentiation or low cost. Aligns the whole system in pursuit of differentiation or low cost means whenever you are launching a new product, you are either doing differentiation or you are doing the low cost approach. So this is red ocean and this. So red ocean focuses on current customers and this focuses on non-customers means people who are not our customers also, you are focusing on that also. So this is your red ocean strategy. Red means you are there, bloodbath ho raha hai, cutthroat competition, you everything is known, market is known, your customers are known, your prices are fixed, determined, all this you know in which market space you will have to operate. So that is basically your red ocean strategy. And when you are doing something new, being in the industry itself, then it is called as blue ocean. So everyone, Idea, Vodafone, Airtel, they all were into telecom industry. Jio people also entered into telecom industry and they came up with 4G, which was not explored by earlier user. Then this is called as blue ocean strategy. Have I made myself clear, guys? Red ocean and blue ocean. Yes. Is this clear? I give you a minute's time, just go through. So far we have completed, what do you mean by strategy? We have completed 3 levels of the organization and 3 different types of strategy in relation with all the 3 levels. And along with that, we have completed what do you mean by red ocean strategy and what do you mean by blue ocean strategy. Just go through, then we do the last topic for the day, that is strategic management for the session, that is strategic management, and we end this particular 8.1. Then tomorrow we'll be doing what is vision, mission, what do you mean by goals, objectives, what are the difference between goals and objectives. So basically we will enter into the SM world tomorrow. Today we have just spoken about strategies so far. Now I will give you the real topic, that is what is strategic management and what are the elements of management, how all analysis we will do, how we will enter or how strategies are made, what all things you do for strategies. So all this we will be doing in the coming sessions, but so far we have spoken a lot about strategies. What is strategy, types of strategies, two important concepts of strategy, that is red ocean and blue ocean. I give you a minute's time, just refer all that and then we start with SM. Okay, guys, let's start with strategic management, a fresh new topic. So far, we have studied what is strategy. We know what is management. Management means to put things into action. So, whatever plans have been made in our life, how they have to get implemented. Matlab, say for example, I have decided that, or one my plan was that by end of 2020, I am a student, okay? I am a CMA Inter student, and my plan is to finish uh, 5 chapters by the end of this month. Okay, this was my plan, or by the end of this week. Now, on Sunday, I have decided this, that by Saturday, I should finish 5 chapters. This is my plan. Now, in this between, I thought that Sunday, I'll go Rome, and on Monday, I'll do one, Tuesday, I'll do, Wednesday, I'll do, Thursday, I'll do, Friday, I'll do, and Saturday, I'll revise all this. This was my plan. Now, what happened? Sunday to take a chill day. Monday, while I set for studies, okay, मैं बैठी पढ़ाई करने. That's when I got a call. Okay, bhai, Prachi, you just have to come out. My friend met with an accident or whatever happened and had to rush because of the emergency. So I thought I will finish this chapter 1 on Monday, but I couldn't finish because something uncertain happened. So what I did, ideally I sit in evening 5 to till 8 in the evening. I do my studies, but because this issue happened, I had to rush and I couldn't study that time. Okay, so what I did was, next morning, that is Tuesday, I got up early. I get up ideally at 8 o'clock. I get up. So that day I got up at 6 o'clock and till 8:30 I studied and I finished my first chapter. So, and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, जैसे मैंने सोचा था, it went smooth. Saturday I did the revision and I completed my 5 chapters in that particular week. So this was my plan on Sunday, that by end of this week I should finish 5 chapters. Here I faced a hurdle. I managed this situation and I completed what was decided. Then this is called as management. मतलब एक बार चीज सोच ली and this is your objective कि भाई I have to finish this 5 chapter. So whatever it takes, I have to get up early, whatever action, whatever decision I have to take so that my plan gets executed in such a way that whatever I have thought for, is achieved. So I thought that I have to finish 5 chapters. This was my planning. Okay, this was my objective कि ये मेरा हो जाना चाहिए. Now there was, and I planned this way. Now there came a problem, an obstacle in between. I overcame this obstacle. I managed this situation. Then this whole art of achieving whatever you have thought for, okay, is called as management. Means I have decided something and I achieve that something. So to achieve that, whatever hurdles come in between, whatever decisions I have to take, whatever actions I have to initiate, so that my objective is achieved the way it is thought of, it is called as management. So when I call about strategic management, say for example, in the year 2016, Geo people had formed a strategy that by we will come up with this and this. The planning was done in the year 2010. Now in this span of 6 years, this was their objective. Okay, कि by in 2016 we will launch this thing, and in 2018 this was their vision that we will be number 1 in telecom sector. Okay, so this was their vision with which this strategy was formed. Now in between, in 2016 they launched Geo. Okay, 2016 itself they had cases by Idea Vodafone to try that this people is creating monopoly, he is trying to create all the hurdles. So Mukesh Ambani didn't stop 4G. Whatever it takes, he worked his best, he managed his strategy, and today he is number 1 in telecom sector. So whatever is thought for, whatever it takes, that your strategy has to be implemented the way you have thought for, and it gives you the result whatever you have anticipated so far, then it is called as strategic management. Have I made myself clear? So managing your strategy, so starting from formulation. So when I say strategy, starting from formulation phase, starting from formulation till implementation, all the actions and decisions which an organization takes, 1 minute, which an organization takes to achieve the objective of the organization is called as SM. Understood? So so whatever you have thought for should get implemented the way you have thought of, is called as management. So when I talk about strategy formulation, so once you have set your vision, mission, goal, objective, but I want to reach here 2018, I want to be number 1st for telecom sector, तो उसके लिए I will do, how will I reach there, ये मेरा strategy form हो गया. Okay, I want to do this is my vision, mission, everything. So what I will do, I will make a strategy to reach this vision. So how do I make a strategy? I will do the analysis first, internal analysis also, external analysis also. Okay, where exactly I am standing, what all resources I have, what are my competitors doing, what my consumers want. So complete analysis will be done considering what all resources I have, what best I can do, should I do a merger with someone, should I come up with some new technology, should I go do diversification, sab soch ke I will form a strategy. Okay, so first we will do analysis, then a strategy will come into picture. So once a strategy is formed, what we will do, we will implement this strategy. Okay, हाँ भाई चलो, we have to do this. Now once you implement, you will check कि भाई I wanted to achieve some 5 crore rupees in first month. Did I make so much profit? Yes or no? So checking up काम would be control and evaluation. So all this thing, that is your analysis, strategy formulation, implementation, evaluation and control, all this will be part of your strategic management. So when I say strategic management is a SM is a managerial process of developing vision, mission, objective for any organization. Then considering this vision, mission, I will craft a strategy. I will implement the same, evaluate and take corrective actions wherever deemed appropriate. Clear? So this is what is your SM all about. So please come to your notes. SM 394. SM, it refers to a managerial decision and action that determines the long-term performance of an organization. Originally called corporate planning, the shift from corporate planning to what becomes the trend strategic management. So what is basically SM? This is what I made you write. SM is a managerial process of doing that. Now, 1 minute. Very important things that we have to study about SM is so what all things are involved. As I told you, once a strategy is your vision mission are set, we will do all the analysis, then we will form one strategy, we will implement that, and we will do evaluation and control. So your SM is about what? SM ka main meaning kya hota hai? Whatever things you have to do so that whatever is your objective is achieved by the organization. So all the actions, all the decisions that you take so that the organizations run smoothly. Matlab managing your strategy कि भाई ये direction में the strategy has to move. So if any hurdle comes in between, we will take care of those hurdles is basically SM. Smooth implementation जो बोलते हैं ना, smooth analysis so that no loophole is left when it comes to formulation also and in implementation also. So your strategy when you form also, it's so sound, means we have thought of all the things, we have thought of our resources, all the issues, मतलब पूरा analysis करा, strategy बनाया, we implemented and we evaluated. So basically this is your SM. So when it comes to environmental scanning, it refers to the monitoring, evaluating and disseminating of information from external and internal both the resources. The purpose is to identify the strategic factors, both internal and external element. There are formal and systematic techniques as well, innovative methods also available so that you can get to know the information for internal environment also, external environment also. Then it refers to strategy formulation. It refers to the development of long range plan for effective management of environmental opportunities. So once you have done the whole analysis, you will have a series of options. कि भाई I can do merger, I can do liquidation of one particular product, I can come up with something new, I can do diversification. So बहुत सारी strategies available, आपको option आते हैं कि you can do this, you can do that, you can do this. तो formulation means we will select only that strategy which best suits our SWOT. So when you do analysis, means any organization will see its own analysis, means what? Basically SWOT analysis. So what are my strengths, what are my weaknesses, what are my opportunities, what are my threats? I will consider all this, and the organization or the strategy which is increasing my strength, reduces my weakness, grabs too many opportunities and reduces all the threats, I will select that particular strategy. So that's when a strategy is formed. Clear? Then we will implement the strategy. It is the process by which all the policies, all the strategies will be put into practice. Though the development of programs, budgets, procedures, all this we will take into consideration. Matlab in our organization mein what all changes will come, what all budgeting you will have to do, what all new policies you will frame, so that there is a smooth execution of those strategy. This includes day-to-day decision, resource allocation. It will all basically take into consideration the roles of middle level, that is your business level and functional level. Why? Because corporate level has done the work, bana diya hai strategy. Now who will be implementing it? Your business level and your functional level. It involves taking action at functional, business and corporate level to execute strategic plan. Implementation includes, for example, putting quality improvement program, changing the way the product is designed, positioning of the product, everything will be part of your implementation phase. And last is evaluation and control. Means whatever I have thought of, am I achieving that or not, will be part of my evaluation and control phase. So it involves the process through which organizational activities and performances are monitored. The actual performances are compared to the desired one, and the corrective actions are taken or not whenever needed. Ki bhai, I have not achieved this much, then in that case whatever is needed would be part of my evaluation and control phase. Have I made myself clear, guys? So this is your strategic management. Clear? So just we will take a quick recap of today's session. We have completed what is the meaning of strategy. We have we've just seen 3 types of strategies. After that we have done what is blue ocean strategy, red ocean. We spoke so much about strategies, and then we finally saw what is strategic management. So tomorrow or in the next session, before we start, we will just do a quick recap of whatever we have studied, and then we will proceed with the subdivision 2 of your chapter first, that is alignment of strategy with vision, mission and culture. Thank you so much for today. Thank you.